So, tell me about your life.
Oh, my life.
How about you tell me about your life, Doc? Oh, right, this is the time for me to talk more than I listen. That's unusual. Okay, remember what they said now. Therapy only works if you open up. But how much? And how soon? Do I tell her about the time I nearly... No, maybe not yet. Let's start small. I'll tell her about last Tuesday, because it was quite an interesting day.
Vänta. Nej, kom då.
Var det mig så här?
It's been difficult getting out of bed in the morning, partly because it's getting colder and darker outside, so my bed feels extra warm and cozy during this time of the year, partly because it has felt too heavy. That probably sounds worse than it is, so let me explain. It's not that I don't have reasons to get up in the morning. There is no shortage of that. It's that I can't help but see those reasons as kind of pointless, even though they aren't pointless at all. Here's what I mean. The world has felt very heavy lately. It makes one think that there exists more hatred and division than it does love and compassion, and it's made doing good and being good and feeling good difficult. So, while the logical me can think of hundreds of reasons to get out of bed, the bitter at the world right now me thinks, who decided what's logical and what isn't anyway? It's funny. I talk about the world being divided, but as you might hear, I'm currently pretty damn divided myself. I mean, this does not even look real. I feel like this looks like something out of a movie. I mean, wow. Just look at this beautiful planet we're all so lucky to live on. And this is how we act? Our species just feels like one big disappointment right now. As the meme goes, this is why aliens won't visit us. Days like last Tuesday makes me forget about all of that for a moment. I'm in nature where none of those things exist, as far as I'm aware. I wonder if the trees and moss could experience the feeling of missing someone, perhaps they can, would they miss the sound of birds during autumn? Their song is so loud during spring, but now it's so quiet. Almost too quiet. I think everyone has felt, at some point in their life, like they're losing faith in humanity. Perhaps they only felt it for a brief moment, or perhaps it was an ongoing feeling. I'm sure humans have experienced that feeling since the beginning of time. It's not like evil is something new. Some feel it because they witnessed it firsthand. Some feel it because they see it on the news or read about it somewhere or hear it from someone else. The second one is almost always a choice. Since March, I've been obsessed with keeping up with everything going on in the world. Swedish news, US news, UK news, local news, all the news. Do we really need to know every single bad thing happening in all corners of the world at all times? And we're supposed to stay sane and positive at the same time? Not only is it mentally draining, but it makes one feel completely useless. Why weren't we bit by a spider and sewn a costume so that we could go out and save the world? Except I think Peter Parker sewed his own costume. Anyway, getting frustrated over the feeling of powerlessness is completely pointless, and that is the logical me speaking. So, as far as hoping to be the hero that eliminates the evil of the world, it's a very romantic idea, and I've always had a romanticized view of the world, one that I've had to try to let go of. I'm curious to ask you, Doc, why do some people have this romanticized view of the world and some don't? Oh, look at that light over there. It's so pretty. So recently I've started to limit the amount of negative information that I feed myself. That doesn't just go for the news, it also goes for people who share things that just don't make me feel good. The media does a great job at portraying the world as a lost place, and I refuse to be a victim of that. Now, instead, I've started seeking out what does make me feel good. For instance, I've been very into interior design lately. Did you know that it's its whole own world and that it's really, really serious business? And did you know that it's recommended you have 6 to 8 sources of light in a room? I only have 3. Maybe that explains everything. So what does this have to do with anything, you might wonder? See, while the world feels so heavy, knowing that there are people who are so passionate about the seemingly small stuff, like designing the perfect couch or finding the perfect type of wooden chairs to perfectly fit the image they have in mind, there's something very calming and grounding about that. Another thing that is serious business is mushroom picking, at least here in Sweden. It seemed like someone had been here before us cleaning out the place of chanderelles, because we didn't find any at all. I myself don't take it particularly seriously, but imagining the joy and pride people feel when they find a good picking place, like those 2 crazy kids over there, it's just wholesome on another level. So, maybe we can't save the world from evil, but I would like to think that we can save ourselves from becoming bitter and resentful, and that, in turn, will save anyone who will have to deal with us, and that is not pointless. I just need to get there.
So about a couple years ago, I tried therapy. I went to 3 sessions with the same therapist, and the conversation did not look exactly like what you just saw because clearly a lot has changed during that time. But as for my very limited experience, I'll have to start from the beginning, which is why I went. So I didn't go for any particular reason. I mostly just wanted to share some of my life concerns and problems and see where it could go. And now, while it definitely felt strange being the talker and not the listener for an exchange, I did really enjoy knowing that that person's whole purpose for being there was to hear me out and to try to understand and help me. And now, besides the slight strange feeling of sharing, my personal life with a stranger, it didn't feel awkward or uncomfortable at all. So why did I stop going then? Well, mostly because I didn't really feel like we clicked or that I was getting much new insight on the things that we were discussing, which, by the way, is completely normal. Every single person who I've ever talked to who has any experience with going to therapy has told me that they had to go through, quite a few people to get to their person. And the third reason why I stopped going was really because of guilt. I felt like I was taking up her time when she could have spent that time, talking to someone who might have needed it more than I did. And that is a very, very, very wrong way of thinking. Just because someone might need something more than us, it doesn't mean that we're not just as worthy of it. And now I'm definitely not discouraged from going to therapy again, which is really the whole reason I wanted to bring this topic to light on my platform, because I think that any person who has grown up on planet Earth really could benefit from therapy, whether or not you might think that you actually need it. And now everyone cannot go for a variety of reasons, such as financial reasons, or it might be heavily stigmatized where you live. But if what's holding you back from going is out of, that you feel embarrassed or ashamed, then I hope that this can encourage you. Anyway, that was all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know if you've ever gone to therapy. Are you currently going? What's been your experience? Has it been good? Has it been bad? And let me know if it is stigmatized where you live. And as always, I will see you in the comment section.